typical that when you actually need something is when it fails. But as you can see, we're in winter here and my passenger wiper on this V50 is packed in, which is very inconvenient. Very lucky it's the passenger side one that's failed really, and not the driver's one, or I really would have been snookered. But having looked it up, it seems like quite a simple mechanism for the passenger wiper arm on this car, and it seems to be the same for a lot of cars, so this might be quite helpful. So I'm going to strip the cowl off, have a look at what the damage actually is, and hopefully come up with a rolling repair on this one. Let's see how it goes. It's almost like it's loose on the spindle. Let's see what we find here. Start by popping this cap off. Right, this is a 13. Seems to be quite well stuck on there, but I'll grab a puller. Right, this is extremely handy this. It's got me out of a few spots, and it'll get me out of one here as well. I'm sure of it. There it is. I am trying to get away with not taking the other wiper arm off here, so let's take these two fasteners out of the middle. To do half a turn, they're just clips really, not screws. Let's see if this moves at all now. Next thing to do is to take out the rivets. There should be one here, but somebody switched it out for a cable tie in the past. Not me, I promise, but anyway, let's remove it. Luckily I can access this one from the bottom, so I can push the middle part of the rivet up. Take the rest out from the top. Ah, whole thing came out, great. I am going to have to take the other arm off after all. No puller needed on this side. Excellent. There are some white hooks that are hooking it under the screen, which you need to pop off. Right, so I think we found now a culprit. It's this end here. It's come off. It should be attached. It's a linkage that will mean the motor drives both the spindles to turn both wipers, like that. But this is broken here at the end, so we need to reattach that somehow. To get at this broken bit, we're going to need to take out the entire wiper linkage. It looks like it's going to be 4 8mm headed bolts. Let's whip those out. Typically there's always one you can't get a socket in on, so I've got an open-ended spanner for this one. we go. Right, so looking where it's broken, it's actually popped off here. Looks like it was only ever a push fit that connects it all up, and obviously over time it's got worn and it no longer stays. So what I need to do is find some way of securing that onto there in a way where it won't come off. Of course I'll clean up and re-grease all this too. I'm probably going to drill a hole and maybe a self-tapper through the whole thing with enough room for it to be able to move around. Start by taking off this rubber cup. Right, so I've got my hole drilled and I've also drilled a hole in the cap. I've got myself a self-tapping screw which goes in nicely, as you can see, with enough space for this to sit on there as well. So the next thing to do is to grease it up, put it back together, put this in through both holes with a bit of thread locker so it doesn't come back out. Let's do that now. Right, so the screw's snugged down, but it all can move about still, and obviously we've put a little extra nylon washer just to make sure it doesn't wear through. Should be good to go back on the car, I think. So as you saw, we've thrown the linkage back on and just given it a test, and it seems to work perfectly. So dare I say it, looks like we might have fixed this problem. Now it's time to throw it all back together, and hopefully all the issues are solved with that wiper. Well, as you can see, that's fixed it. We've put it all back together now, and it's working as new, so I'm really pleased with that. I don't see any reason why that will fail again, so I guess it's a job well done. So thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button, and hopefully we won't do any more unexpected fixes on this car, but it's inevitable.